Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I'm going to be playing the deck that I'm probably most excited for from the entire new set, which isn't entirely new, but plays some new cards, and is a deck that is definitely very different pre-rotation and post-rotation, which is the basic box Tera box deck, which focuses around Teal Ogerpon EX, and also has a substantial focus on Lillie's Clefairy EX as well. Lillie's Clefairy EX is one of the, I believe, two new cards in the set, or sorry, in the set in the deck, which is a Pokemon which has a bunch of really good uses, but we'll talk about its attack first, which is the same as same damage output as NTV and Raikou V and cards like that. And so just 20 more for each bench Pokemon, both areas in your opponents, and of course we play Area 0 Underdepths to get a bigger bench to do more damage. So if we have a full bench, it'll be doing 180, and then it'll add on for each of our opponent's bench Pokemon. It's pretty strong, I guess, but if your opponent is able to play around it and play with a small bench, it's not as strong. And then it has this ability, which is also really good, called Fairy Zone, saying the weakness of each of your opponent's Dragon Pokemon is now Psychic, and it's 2 times the weakness. This is really good because Dragon Pokemon, notably Dragon Ball EX, are really hard to knock out. They don't have any weakness, and Dragon Ball EX is pretty good and hard to deal with. Otherwise, there are ways to do it, I guess. Not exactly with this 60 really at all, but there are basics that can one-shot it. You could play Gravity Mountain with Pikachu EX, but that's pretty hard. Speaking of Pikachu EX, it's one of the other attackers here. It's just 300 for Grass, Lightning, Metal, and you discard 3 energy from it. This is our energy count, so it's kind of awkward to pull off. We do have Sparkling Crystal to make it easier, but it's still not super easy. This ability lets it live like a true one-shot, but if our opponent is able to ping us through some form of damage first or knock us out through the use of a special condition or whatever, then it'll go through that. Speaking of knocking out, like normally, if we are knocked out normally, our Lillie's Clefairy EX, then you can use the new tool card Lillie's Pearl, and it says if the Lillie's Pokemon this card is attached was knocked out by damage from an attack from one of your opponent's Pokemon, they take 1 less prize. This is really good, except that there's like Lillie's Clefairy EX is the only good Lillie's Pokemon. There's 2 others. Well, there's 3. The one's a stage 1, and then there's a basic, and they're bad. They're just really bad, unfortunately. They don't really have any uses, like, at all. So yeah, you'll be putting it on this, and it's a really good tool, allowing Lillie's Clefairy EX, because it only has 190 HP. It's not tanky. Its damage is good, its ability is good, but now as an attacker, it actually becomes really strong if it's essentially a single pricer, which it can sometimes be. We have the Noctowl engine as well. On play, you get 2 Teras. Fan Rotom gets out your Noctowls turn 1 and can attack, which is cool. We play Ditto as well, which is searchable with the Fan Rotom and can get into our Teras or whatever. Then we have Teal Ogerpon EX. It accelerates to itself and can draw and play 5 grass, so we can attack with it against Charizard EX, which is cool. And then you also have the Wellspring Ogerpon EX, which can use Sob to trap, or you can use Torrential Pump, which is a really strong attack, dealing 100 to their active and 120 to one of their benched. And it does work with Sparkling Crystal. Some people are confused about that at the time, but it does work there. And then you could technically attack with Latias EX, which isn't super good, but attack with MEW EX is decent, especially when you are hitting for weakness using Lillie's Clefairy EX. And then we have Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX as well. I haven't actually played this exact list yet. I'm really excited to hop in and try it out. What I just saw these challenges. These are different, which is cool. Anyways, let's see how this goes. Live, it's been mediocre for me as of late. In terms of like it's had some issues just working, and I've also had some issues recording interesting games. So hopefully that happens today. But in this first game, let's see how this goes, and how the deck performs. So I think it is really good. I think it's top 5 personally. I don't think it's been played looking at post rotation Japan like a top 5 deck, quite like somewhere in like top 10 range. But I think it is really, really good. And I'm interested in hearing your thoughts down below in the comments. It isn't, your Pokemon aren't really tanky. Pikachu X is kind of tanky, and I guess Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX is also tanky, but that's kind of different. They're not always tacky options. But we get a start here. This is, I guess, okay. We are going second, which, again, it's fine, I guess. My opponent starts Feebas, which I guess is okay. I don't know. This doesn't seem great. So Feebas evolves into Milotic EX, presumably. That's what they're going to try to do, and then that's going to be pretty hard to deal with for most of our Pokemon, but we have some that can go through it. So hopefully it's not the end of the world. I'm going to Nest Ball here for Fan Rotom to get out. Oh no, yeah, never mind. We're fine. We cannot win this turn, unfortunately. I don't believe, but we can be in a really good position. So I'll get Fan Rotom. I'm gonna get Ditto. I'm gonna get Hoothoot, and I'm gonna get, I guess, another Hoothoot. So that's fine. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I have Free Retreat, of course, here. I'm not gonna Ultra Ball. I don't think. I don't really love that play. And I only get another Noctowl. That's also fine. I'll play down the two Hoothoots, and I'm going to Ditto into Lillie's Clefairy EX, which we can attack with, which is what we want to attack with anyways. So we can go grab that from the deck and get, yeah, the Lillie's Clefairy EX, and then go ahead and Crispin and start attacking with it. Yeah, Ultra Ball seems like not super good. I could Ultra Ball with a Night Stretcher and Fezandipiti EX, actually. I don't hate that play. Yeah, I'll do that play, and then I can use Teal my Ogerpon EX, which is okay. Not amazingly strong, but it's kind of good. We get the Tera in play, which is, again, kind of good. Let me use the ability. And we can draw a card, which is fun. Not absolutely crazy, but is kind of good. We got Research, which is good, I guess. But not what we need right now. What we need is the Psychic and the Grass. Looks like we, I believe, prized one Psychic, which is okay. And then we can go ahead, or hopefully okay. We'll just attack, and we take a knockout, which is really good. Nothing really to overcomplicate here. We knock out their only Pokemon that like evolves, their only Pokemon that's really a threat of attacking. I think they can attack with Monkey Dory, and it's okay, honestly. Being able to confuse, but it's obviously not that good. And then let's see, they are going to Artizone, so they can get down another Pokemon, and we won't be able to use Artizone, presumably. We want to get more Pokemon after we Area Zero Underdepths, but we'll do that right now. They're going to Iono us, which I guess is fine. Probably makes their hand a little worse. They didn't know we had the Noctowl in hand, but I'm assuming they're just playing that because they need to draw. And they play a Totodile. Okay, so this is the Feraligatr list, presumably the one that won the big tournament in Japan. They play a Mimikyu as well, so we just need to kind of be able to navigate this the best possible. I think it's okay. They attach a Water Active, and they Luxurious Keep the Totodile, and they Rescue Board the Mimikyu. I'm really surprised, and then they retreat into the Mimikyu. I don't really know what's going on here. It should have definitely Luxurious Caped the Mimikyu, I'm pretty sure. Like, I played this deck some. I'm no expert in it, but I feel like I'm okay at it. And I feel like you should definitely Luxurious Cape the Mimikyu. Don't Luxurious Cape the Totodile. We can't knock it out this turn, unfortunately, but what we can do is... Oh, and I think the metal isn't useful, so I'll attach that here, and I can just knock out the Mimikyu really easily. Like, we just did one energy, which is pretty easy, because they gave us the stadium. I'll hold off on Area Zero Underdepths. I think it's fine. The idea is, if they play Mimikyu and there isn't a stadium in play, oh, they quit. Okay, so that's why I held it off. Maybe I should have played it. I'm not really sure, but it obviously didn't really matter there. But yeah, they should have definitely Luxurious Cape the Mimikyu, and you essentially never want to Luxurious Cape the Feraligatr line, in my experience with that deck. I've seen people do it. I see people do it all the time. I see people talking about doing it as well, and it does make it tankier, but it's not that tanky, and it doesn't have an ability to make it tanky. In fact, the ability literally makes it less tanky, but even if you're able to heal off all the damage, you're moderately tanky. But anyways, that worked well for us. And we'll see how this next game goes. We set up pretty well. We got the turn one attack. That's actually kind of lucky, I think. I do not expect to get that often. I mean, I think it's something that that can happen. Some, but probably don't expect. As I said, don't expect it too much. We are going second here. I'll start the Ogerpon, I guess. That's probably fine. We can actually retreat it, essentially, not for free, but kind of for free. They start Latias EX, so that's interesting. Interesting that they went. It's not that interesting that they went first, but they are a basic focus deck, presumably in some manner. Probably not all basics. Very few decks are, and they fail the Pokégear. Okay, surprising that they play it. Maybe their hand. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure where they played it turn one. Oh no, maybe they're scared like Badoo or something. I don't know. Anyways, they missed it. So I don't know what they're playing still. Latias EX is like super good. They're gonna Carmen. Oh, I guess they're thinning and they're playing Arcaludon. Okay, that's interesting. Arcaludon's pretty good. Definitely, I think kind of fun. Oh, that's what they're going for. Okay, so they're gonna Perilous Jungle. And pass. Okay, I'm surprised they played it. Maybe their hand's bad and they want us like, um, or maybe it's good. I don't know. But anyways, they played it, so I'll just Teal Dance. I might be able to attack with Team has Ogerpon EX this turn. It's not impossible. It's not likely. Okay, it looks like we're not doing that, which is fine, certainly. Well, I guess I think we technically could still attack with it, but it's pretty hard. But what I do want to do is, I mean, I want to get the knockout, but I don't think that's possible, which is fine. Then I'm playing the energy means I can actually attack with the Fan Rotom if I want this turn, which I'm going to get. I feel like that's good. I could Wellspring Master your Pontiacs, which I actually like a bunch, trapping them, making the poison hurt them. I think this is just a decent position. Obviously not like super strong. It's good, but it could be better theoretically. I'll get what's my hand? I could get 3 Noctowls in play in a. Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry, I'm getting a Hoo-Hoo and a Noctowl. Yeah, that's the play. And then I will switch this into the Water Ogerpon, and I guess I'll Crispin. And I don't know where the other energy is going, to be honest. But yeah, I'll figure that one out later. Oh, we could attack this turn actually with the Lillie's Clefairy EX as well. Then we can fill our bench. We're not there, right? We're short. I don't know exactly how much we're doing. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're doing 120, which is not enough. So I'll just go ahead, retreat, not get Latias EX. I think Latias EX isn't super good here. I don't hate it, but actually no, I'll get it. I kind of want to keep the energy around, and that seems kind of fun. And then the other Pokemon here that I want to get, I think I'll trap. I think I'll Water Ogerpon trap. That seems good to me. We are filling up our bench. I think that's fine. I mean, like we're technically filling up, but ideally we just, Stadium next turn and we're fine. But the Water Ogerpon seems good. We can snipe next turn as well, which I'll do. I'll attach the 2 energies active and I'll play the 2 Hootoots, and we should be in a pretty good position. Let's get Grabber. That'd be bad. Oh, what? What is this prizing? Okay, we prized a bunch of energies. We prized like all our. We prized a water, a lightning, and a metal, I think, which is fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but it could be worse. So that's something. And I don't think attacking with Latias EX really would ever make sense. So I'll just go here. I don't even check if I had the tool, which is kind of important for me to actually use Torrential Pump now because I prized the energy. So hopefully that's there. But overall, our position is decent. I mean, we have engine stuff going on. They can't do too much, presumably. They could technically switch out. They could like Turo's scenario, but then they're not doing something else like research, which I forget. I keep hearing there's all these new research arts. Random live fact: if you click, well, I don't know if this is true for everyone. It might not be, but for me, I have so many researches that it says I have infinite researches in my in the deck builder because I have over whatever, it's like 60 or something that you need, and then it says you have infinite. So that's something. But yeah, they got this research for some reason. And then they are going to not attack, presumably, and then hopefully we can do something good this turn. Okay, we can snipe the Brute Bonnet, maybe. I mean, we can definitely snipe it. I don't know if we can knock it out. Hopefully we can. That'd be really nice. We'll see if they poison themselves. If they do, that's kind of interesting. We can sob again. And then they'll be taking a bunch of like poison damage. They're gonna Binding Mochi the Duraludon without the energy, which is surprising to me. Then they are gonna Palpad back. So come on, live. Yeah, research Carmen. I don't even remember what they had. Oh, they had another Carmen in there. And they're gonna play Mew EX. They're gonna Super Rod back the Arcaludon, and then they're gonna Mew to see. Well, I don't know. I assume they're not playing their other card. Yeah, they're gonna Mew for 2. And Mew's also a Pokemon you could trap. I mean, you could trap like so many things. They do have Turo scenario, but okay, now if we can Torrential Pump, I like that a lot. We see a Grass Energy, which I also like. And Torrential Pump does use the A spec, which is like kind of annoying. I'd rather have it. but it's not that bad. So I'll go ahead and Noctowl. We also have 2 Teras in play, which is nice. We could like keep trapping. We could kind of trap them for a really long time, just be in a very good position there. But I don't think that's the play. We do have the tool that is good. I could research this hand away, but I kind of want to Lily's Pearl at some point, to be honest. Um, that's probably not getting the knockout, but I don't really know how we get it otherwise. Like we're not even close to being able to use Pikachu, and yeah, I'll probably research here though. That's all right. So I'll grab those cards. Certainly, I feel like Iono is pretty bad, and we'll hit the active for some damage. We're not doing that much active damage either, which I don't love. I don't even know if I want to attach the grass. I was like, yeah, I'll attach the grass to Ogerpon, but that might not be very good. Um, then yeah, we just don't have great attacking options against the Arcaludon, I feel like. They do damage themselves, though, some, which is kind of interesting. I'll just attach here, which seems okay. And Stretcher doesn't really get anything. So we'll just research, that's fine. And hopefully we see good stuff here. We see okay stuff. I don't love this. I could get more Hoothoots down and use a Noctowl, which seems okay. But I won't do that. I'll just knock out the Brute Bonnet and take the prize. I'm not really going to try to overthink this one too much. This position seems fine. I'm really looking for prizes to be able to get energy, like the other types of energy, to maybe take a one shot with Pikachu EX. That'd be really good. Pikachu EX is like kind of tanky, but not super tanky because they have the poison, which will kind of allow them to go through it. Oh, I didn't press select, but forcing them to use the poison is also good. Oh wait, our Pikachu EX was also prized. Okay, that was probably the worst plan I've ever had, trying to use Pikachu EX without Pikachu EX or any of the energies. But now we have the Pikachu EX. We still need 2 energies off the prizes. I'm probably going to try to pick off the Mew EX and also the Latias EX and something else. I don't know. Maybe not the Arcaludon. Maybe another Brute Bonnet could be good. I don't know. I think we're in an okay position. We kind of just want to force them to do stuff as well, and say like, oh, if you don't have anything, then we'll just kind of run away with this. That's also good for us. And yeah, we just don't need to do anything absolutely crazy, but we want to apply pressure to some extent. I have Turo Scenario. They're going to Iono us, so we don't have Turo Scenario, but I could have used that, and I can still potentially use that on a Noctowl because we don't need a supporter for anything else. We'll see what position we're in. We got Boss as well. That's pretty good. We got Arizio Underdepths. That's also very good. And we have Hoothoot. We have Ultra Ball. This hand's just really solid. They're going to use Fezandipiti EX here and draw some more cards. Looking for Arcaludon and an energy and maybe another energy in the discard would be good. There's a bunch of things they're looking for here, like being able to poison could also be cool, but they don't like need to poison. I mean, they have the knockout without it, so they probably shouldn't poison right now. And they're also going to Ultra Ball, ideally get rid of some energy. No, they don't. They get rid of an Ancient Boost Energy Capsule and a Perilous Jungle. Okay, I certainly kind of like seeing those cards gone. Not that it's the biggest deal, but it matters some. They do have the Arcaludon with the 1 energy to accelerate. They'd rather get 2, but it doesn't matter that much. And so we'll see. Presumably they have the energy in hands. Presumably they don't have another energy in hand because they would have discarded it. So we get like that idea. We kind of know that. And then I'm trying to think what we want to do. Unfortunately, we were knocked out. That's not surprising. They did not have a dead hand, so we're kind of in not like a terrible position or anything like that, but it could definitely be better. I'll send up a Latias EX here, I guess. I kind of want to use, I'm trying to think, not that. I don't think I need another Water Ogerpon. Trapping is technically an option. We could trap something until we knock it out. We can't really snipe though, so that's kind of bad. I'll get rid of the PBX. Also seems interesting. I'll play the Stadium. I could play Mew EX, and I could get rid of Boss again. That seems like nice to have. Getting rid of Hoothoot's good. Really everything except Mew EX doesn't actually seem super strong here. And we play 2 Boss, so I think I need both of those, unfortunately. So I'll get rid of the Ogerpon and the Hoothoot and get out Fez, and then draw myself some cards and hopefully be fine. I could actually Noctowl now, get that. I would like 2 Lilies, but we don't quite have what we need. We need what, like Energy Switch for that. Lilies Does that get the knockout if we have a full bench? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. No, it does not. So yeah, we do need boss here. We can get the knockout with the Ogerpon as well, which is okay. But I'll just get Noctowl here and get Nest Ball and Energy Switch. And then, or I could get double Nest Ball actually. We'll see. I could get, I'm just weighing my options. I could even get a Nest Ball and Rescue Stretcher here to get back the Mew EX, which I don't hate. We need Fezandipiti, right? That's the one card we definitely need. But yeah, drawing more is, probably good here. So I think I could boss, and we want to knock out the Fez, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that, right? So Ogerpon's also hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's hitting 180, right? So that's not, we're not gonna be able to get the knockout there. That's just not doable at all. We can get, I'll get the Night Stretcher. That seems okay. And then we can, and we're also down Lillie's Pearl. Being down Lillie's Pearl is also a bit of a problem. I don't really know if we can come back from this. Again, I do think the play earlier was right. Not 100% sure, but it felt okay. But we're just going to go ahead and draw a bunch of cards and see what position we're in after that. We, of course, have the knockout, and hopefully that's good enough to eventually kind of get to where we need to be. I guess I'll just boss knock out Latias EX right now. I think that's going to be the safe play, and so I want to make sure I take these prizes. Then we can draw more cards as well using restart, and then we want to get the energy on Pikachu EX, which we need to get a little lucky on prizes, and we don't really draw what we were looking for here. Pikachu EX just might not be really good at all, but it could be nice. I'm not sure. It just depends what exactly my opponent has, but I'll go ahead and I'll just take the knockout here. It is what it is. Don't really know if this is a good enough position, but I think it is what we had. The deck doesn't really have just like that super strong attacker. Oh wow, these prizes are really bad. Okay, so then I guess we're gonna have to attack with Ogerpon again and Trap again, maybe? Which also seems bad because we can't snipe and can't Pikachu EX. I don't know if I can really do anything in this game to recover this here. Hopefully we'll be able to figure this out, but not 100% sure. Yeah, my opponent's going to go ahead and look for maybe another Caledon. They don't have any, they have 1 energy in discards. They don't really have what they want. They're definitely not going to play it now. But just, maybe they find the energy and then they could play it. And they do have the Binding Mochi on this Duraludon, which is something that we do need to kind of consider still. 4 extra damage if we want to attack with Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX, right? So I'm going to be looking at that. But overall, this is not a good position because our Caledon's so tanky and stable, right? It's Pokemon that can just attack every turn. Definitely not great for this, unless you can Pikachu EX a lot. And then, so what they're doing, they're not doing anything. Okay, they are going to just Metal Defender. Okay, so they get the knockout there, and then we, Area 0 Underdepths is still fine. Maybe I should have not played the Pikachu EX, because obviously our prizes didn't get what we needed. But on top of that, we also are not going to be able to, we could have discarded Pokemon, which would have been kind of good. We get Psychic. We just can't get the knockout, as I said, with the Lillies. And we also don't have the Lillie's Pearl. So we're just kind of short here. I don't think this one's winnable, unfortunately, unless we can trap them. But we also don't have the prizes, so I don't think this game, unfortunately, is winnable at all. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one and see if we don't prize all our energy for Pikachu EX. Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be possible. But and our energy for the Ogerpon. The Ogerpon also could have let us back into the game if we're able to do that. And snipe, if we could trap, then snipe and take some extra prizes that way. That was technically possible, I guess. And I would have considered leaving the Ogerpon on the bench as well, or no, leaving the Latias on the bench with damage, but I didn't end up doing that. And we didn't end up getting the water, so I think that was fine. But obviously, it didn't work out so well. And Pikachu is like kind of good there, but again, it's not super tanky. Like it could be tanky, but they didn't get the poison set up. But if they had, that would have been good. Maybe I should have just not knocked out the group on it. That might have been like kind of bad, and not dropped the turn of damage. And just taking the one prize, right? The prize mapping was kind of sketchy. I thought it would end up being okay. Obviously, it did not. And the deck doesn't have consistent gusts though, right? So we couldn't have necessarily just. I mean, we couldn't have gusted 3 times. That wasn't possible. We just don't play that. We'd have something trapped in the active. I don't know. This is it's my second time playing the deck. I need to figure out a little more how to route stuff, but yeah, we'll see what my opponent is running this game. And we're going presumably first, right? Wait, no, they're going first. Why did they play 2 Pokemon? Okay. Opponent's like Dragapult. I'm actually kind of excited for this matchup. This one's kind of weird, but if we're able to do a big, like we have Lillie's Clefairy X, right? That's the big thing that we're looking at to put us in a good position in this matchup. Dragapult is a deck that can run away with matches, though, so that's really scary. So I hope we're going to be able to be okay here. Oh, they kind of Badoo. Not looking forward to that card, but we'll see what my opponent's going to decide to do right now. And probably not that much, right? They're probably going to get some Dreepies and, yeah, pass. Okay, so now we get our bunch of boss, which is not really what we're looking for. I think, we can take a knockout, which is good. It'd be awesome if we could knock out both their GPs, then we'd probably win. I don't think that's really going to be possible at all, but you never know. I could just take Fan Rotom here, which is probably the play that I should make. And what's going on with the scroll thing? And then I could just attack with my active. The other Liz Clefairy is not in the deck, so I'll get Fan Rotom. And MEW is the other attacker that's like kind of crazy here, especially against Duskull. If they have a Duskull sitting on the bench, that's really good. So I'll get Fan Rotom. I'm going to get Hoothoot, and Noctowl. And then from there, I can go ahead and get the Tera next turn. I think is the play. But, maybe we'll need something else next turn. I just don't know what I want to Ultra Ball away here. I don't think there are things that I want to Ultra Ball. Well, actually, no, I'm going to Crispin. I can get rid of some energy. So I'll Crispin here to get Grass and Psychic. Oh, he pressed the Lightning again, but hopefully this is all right. It's probably less important in this matchup as well. But I'll just go ahead and grab these energies and toss them on the active. And then I'll also get the Terapagos, get rid of Earthen Vessel energy. I think is fine. We have a lot of energy. Get the Ogerpon, and get to drawing a few cards here. No, one card here. We're not going to draw from Mew because we have these bosses kind of clogging up our hand, I guess. We got Night Stretcher. That's really good. I will play the Mew EX here. I think that's good. We're kind of showing our hand, but I think it's completely fine here. We can go ahead, take a knockout, do like a lot of damage, do 360, and yeah, we have an energy in this card. It's like, what can I get with a Night Stretcher? Definitely don't want to do that right now. But we get the prize. The early prize could be nice in this matchup if we can, take advantage of like them using Dusclops, or if we can again like go for a snipe like we did last game. Now that we're on odd prizes, we can get back onto that using the snipe play. It's supposed to need like double snipes to get back onto even prize and get value out of that odd prize. But they're gonna go and they're gonna Drakelook. Okay. So we're not going to go for the big Dragapult. So the big play is copying Dragapult with Mew EX, one-shotting Dragapult EX, and knocking out something on the bench, which is really good. That's like very, very strong. I don't know if we can, we can't do that this turn. I don't know if we'll be able to do it this game. We don't need to do it to win. Also, our position is kind of weird. It's kind of, our board's clogged, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal, because we have the area 0 Underdepths, so that should be fine. But we presumably will not be like Water Ogerponing next turn, unfortunately. We might be able to, but realistically, no, right? We're not going to be able to do that. They do play Dusclops, unfortunately, but we're just going to target the Drakelook, right? We have the boss. We have Knockout. Like, we almost certainly have access to Gust on a turn. So if they issue Pollen, they kind of know that's coming. They're going to Cursed Blast the Hoothoot, and I'll see what they do from there. I don't know what they're going to do from there, but they're going to go ahead and do that. We get a prize, so now we're back on to the even prizes, which is good. They're going to Night Stretcher back the Dreepy, I think. Um, Going for the Duskull is just like super risky. Just saying like, oh, I bet my opponent prized my boss in the last 4 prizes. They did get the Duskull, so presumably have the other Dreepies somewhere, right? Um, they're gonna just Itchy Pollen. Wow, that seems super aggressive because we can still boss and we have Noctowl. They know we have Noctowl in hand. It's not like some big surprise. I'm not gonna Noctowl here. Obviously, I have the boss, but I'll just go ahead and take the knockout. Now they're in a really, really awkward position. I'm gonna attach to MEW as well. I do want to start setting that up, and they just quit. Okay, I don't really know what that was about, but they did that, and we won, so that's good. Maybe they're thinking that if the Draco got knocked out anyways, they would just like not be in a winning position that they could come back from at all. But I feel like at that point, like they knew that was the most likely scenario, right? Anyways, so that's all for today's video. The games were hopefully decent. Obviously, it's kind of weird. Like it doesn't have ways to deal with big high HP Pokemon outside of like it couldn't deal with the Archaludon. We would have needed to go down a different route, or go for the Pikachu EX, which is difficult to pull off. It is possible, but it's harder to do. You need like energy switches often, or you need Crispin plus Sparkling Crystal. Commit that there, and you need stuff to kind of line up as well. If certain energies are in your hand, then you can't actually necessarily, or if they're in the hand or in the discard, you might not be able to do it. You probably still can, but it's not always super doable. But overall, the deck's pretty cool, and I'm definitely excited to play more with it. But I hope you enjoy. Consider liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, all that good stuff. And as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video.